Hi, this is Ambika, Assistant Professor, Department of AIML. Now let us see about the data storage and management. Let us go for some recap. So in early days, floppy disk, hard drives and pen drives have been used. So what about the floppy disk? It stores the data with the limited storage capacity. If you consider the hard drive, it stores the data with the higher capacity. In case of the flash drives, it uses the solid state technology combined with the data integration, and then these data will have the high storage capacity with the durability and also the portability. So now let us see how these data storage they evolve from these devices to the cloud AI storage. So what happens when we go for the cloud, using the cloud for the data storage. So we can learn about the data storage architectures in AI and cloud computing. We can differentiate between the databases and also data warehouses and data lakes, and some data management principles can also be applied for scalable redundancy and security, and some cloud-based storage solutions can also be identified for the AI ML workloads. So let us come from the for the problem statement. Here, Arun is a AI developer. He at the healthcare analytics firm, and his AI models they requires the access of some terabytes of data under the medical services. So the data will be scattered across the local servers, and unfortunately, it also causes some slow access of the data and also the duplication in cases, which also leads to the compliance risk. So let us empathize this problem. So he faces a data fragmentation. Data fragmentation is nothing but dividing the data or splitting the data table into the pieces of the data, and also it follows some inconsistent storage formats. That is, the data are some same types of data are stored in the multiple places, and also it also causes some security concerns. So here, if you consider about the collaboration across the teams, it is also very slow because the data are not centralized. Okay, now let us define the problem. Actually, what happens that is how we are going to create a scalable, secure, and unified cloud data storage system for efficiently managing the AI data sets. So let us go for some possible solutions. That is, we can ideate the possible solutions. So here we can use a data lakes. So data lakes are nothing but a centralized data repository for storing the raw data from the multiple sources. So it includes the AWS Amazon Web Service S3 for storing the data. That is for storing the raw storage. And then we can also use the Azure Data Lake for storing the raw data. Then we will be using the data warehouses like Redshift, Snowflake for analytics of the already stored data. Then we can integrate the data lifecycle management for the cost and the security optimization. Now let us develop some prototype model which includes the following architecture, that is data ingestion. That is, we are going to collect the data, raw data from the multiple sources. It means the collecting the data from the multiple sources leads to the data ingestion, like using the application programming interfaces, IoT devices, etc. Next comes the processing. So the processing of the data will be done using the ETL process, that is extract, transform, load process, which example it includes the AWS Glue or Azure Data Factory. Next, we are going to store the collected raw data using the data warehouses like Redshift or the Snowflake for further analytics of the data. Next, the data will be given for the, it will be accessed by the SageMaker or BigQuery for training the AI models, and these models will be retrained if necessary, and then it will be leading to the deployment of the AI models. Next, let us see some data storages in the cloud and AI. So there are some types of data storages like object storage, block storage, and file storage. So the object storage is nothing but storing the data in the forms of objects, which includes the metadata. Metadata is nothing but the data about the data. It will be describing about the data's characteristics or properties. Next one, block storage. It stores the data will be stored in the fixed size blocks in the databases. Next comes the file storage. The data will be stored in the hierarchical format and it will be shared among the systems. Next is storage hierarchy. So based on the access of the data's storage hierarchy is divided into some types like hot storage. So frequently accessed data will be stored in hot storage, and then some backup data or archived data will be stored in the cloud storage. Then based on this access frequency, the data will be stored in the tiered storage. So we have to consider something about the cloud storage characteristics like scalability, durability, and also the redundancy. The security can be achieved using the IAM roles, that is Identity Access Management roles, and also through the encryption. Next, these integrations will be done with the ML pipelines for the further training the AI models. Next comes to some data management. Some key data management tasks includes like data cataloging. So the data cataloging, it uses mainly the metadata. It helps the users to understand about the data and where it is stored and then how it can be trusted like that. Next comes the version control. So the version control is also done by tracking the data sets across the experiments. The access control is achieved by using IAM, that is Identity Access Management policies, and some of the policies are included using the encryption. This backup and disaster recovery is achieved using the replication and some snapshots. So the modern data structures here use are the some data warehouses. So it uses the structured data, and then Redshift and Snowflake are used for analyzing the data. And some data lakes like Azure Data Lake and Amazon Web Service SE is also used for the further process. So these are some cloud tools which are used for the object storage, data warehouses, for data lake and management. If you consider AWS S3, it is used for the object storage, and Redshift is used for the data warehouses, and then the AWS, it uses the data lake, S3 for data storage, and also Glue and IAM for managing the data. So hope this gives an overview about the data storage and management. Thank you.